Welcome back to another edition of Gary's Record Collection. This time out, we're going back to my high school days in the high school band. We're talking about the late 70s, early 80s. And if you were in band, marching band, and jazz ensemble, one of the biggest artists that you are familiar with was Chuck Mangione. And that's how, by the way, that's how Wikipedia has it, Mangione, not Mangione. Mangione is the pronunciation that they have on there. I did look it up because somebody questioned me, and I'm like, don't question me. I'll go to Wikipedia. Anyway, here it is. The Best of Chuck Mangione. This is a great double album. You got him playing the flugelhorn there on the front and conducting the orchestra on the back. This is a great album. Came out in '78. It's a compilation. So it was the three albums that contributed to this were The Friends in Love Chuck Mangione Concert from February '71, Together, a Chuck Mangione Concert from October of '71, and Land of Make Believe, October of '73. And we're going to go through a few of these songs here. It is, some of this stuff is just tremendous, and it has, the term that I came up with was like gaucho rock, because we were in marching band, and it was like, the gauchos and all of that stuff, but it was also, heavy orchestrated trumpets and brass and everything, and it just sounded fantastic. So, and it had a beat to it, so I called it gaucho rock. Be that as it may, so we're going to start off with track one, side one, The Hill Where the Lord Hides. And by the way, this exists as a video. This was recorded by WXXI in Rochester, the PBS station, and you can get this on the Chuck Mangione website, and some of it's on YouTube. The Hill Where the Lord Hides is on there too. It's a little bit blurry, but it looks good, certainly for the time. You've got that live audience there, and that was recorded at the Eastman Theater in Rochester, New York. We're going to skip ahead just a little bit where this gets going. Let's see here. We're going to go right about here. That sound that I was talking about, that gaucho rock, that marching band sound, that just sounded tremendous. We'll skip ahead just a little bit more because there's another section of that where they build up into the end of the song. Yes, the build-up to that was fantastic. I always loved it. Another song on here, Legend of the Wanted Sailor. We played this in marching band, so very familiar with it. It was a great song, and I just, had to get the album. Because we were playing it, had to get the album. So let's skip ahead here a little bit. hear something like that, and all you can think of, like if you're in marching band, it's like you've got the trumpets all in the front row, their bells of their horns are hitting the audience, and they are marching straight forward. It's like attack. It's great. Let's zip ahead and get a little bit more after the Chuck solo. I'm going to skip ahead. Obviously, when we played this in marching band, it was a little bit shorter than the 7.5 minutes that the song is here. We only had like 8 to 10 minutes total that we could play. So when we were in competition, let's zip ahead. That united front. Here it comes again. And he goes back into the main theme, and we've got one more outburst of the Gaucho Rock. Here we go. Just listening to that bring back so many memories of rehearsing that and then playing it out on the field. It was tremendous. Another song on here, and by the way, Legend of the One-Eyed Sailor on this version came from, it was a recording at Massey Hall in Toronto in 1973. They stepped away from Rochester to record, and a good thing they did, because that was a great, great song. And In the Beginning is on here, and this is another one that is, it's an interesting, it's from 1970. It's the first concert, the Friends in Love concert. When you listen to it, there's a couple of places that I want to spotlight, and it sounds like it could be part of like a science fiction film. We're going to skip ahead here to about this point. So like you've got this massive fanfare, and the trumpets and the drums come in and shut it right down. And it's like, it sounds like something maybe like from 2001. Or Planet of the Apes maybe from 1968. It was right around that time. And there's a lot of exploratory sounds in here. And then they get into like a jazz sort of thing. So let's go with here. All right. So they got out of the beginning and they established themselves with this kind of jazzy kind of thing. And you think that that's what the song is going to be all the way through? But no, because we get to this point. and then they start switching it up. A little bit harder edge instead of that jazzy interlude that they had going. So it's an interesting song that it's got those three distinct parts in there. Your weird kind of experimental sci-fi thing at the beginning with the fanfare. Then you've got the little jazzy interlude, and then you've got this little harder edge thing at the end, which is not bad. It's like, and it's a 10-minute song, so it's like 3 pieces for that duration. One of the coolest songs on here, and it's a long one. 12 and a half minutes, Land of Make Believe, and this was also recorded at Massey Hall in Toronto. It was just Esther Satterfield is the vocalist on this, and it's just it's just fun to listen to. And the whole structure of the song is she has these little vocal interludes where there's really not much going on behind her, just like a sustained note, and then they'll break into rhythm. So we're going to skip ahead just a little bit. And here's that rhythm. Listen to that. That's that simple bass. Bom bum bom bum bom bum bom bum. And then everybody starts coming in section by section.
Children always gather round.
And we're going to skip ahead here. And then time for another vocal break.
I once asked the Wizard of Oz for the secret of his land. He said, just take a look around here. Seven dwarfs and little boy blue, Uncle Remus and Snow White too. Now, just between us, that's what's known as integration.
A little spoken word at the end there, which is quite appropriate
Jack and Jill are hard at work
for the theme of the song.
helping children dream a while, and Snoopy's making smiles for grown-ups. All the elves are making toys.
And very modern references for the early 70s. I mean, Snoopy has only been around for not even 20 years at that point.
Of seeing happy kids.
Maybe, you know, the Uncle Remus Song of the South was a little bit older, but still cultural references in this. We're going to skip ahead.
In your world there was a king. He once said, I have a dream. Now there's a man who knew the secret. Dreams are really the your heart show you the way and make a dream or two come true.
Man, I really like this song. It's like 12 minutes or so, but man, it's a beautiful thing. And it's like she has her little vocals, they play a little instrumental, back to the vocals, and it just builds and builds and builds all the way through the song. And then you have that, what we just heard, that big climactic part of it. And then it comes back down where she is just doing the vocals at the end. And that's how it is. It's almost like it fades out from perception, and it ends great. And so there you have it, the best of Chuck Mangione. So yeah, a great double album, by the way. And it's a gatefold, so on the inside cover we've got the flugelhorn there, his trademark. This came out sort of on compact disc. This is Compact Jazz by Chuck Mangione, and most of the songs that are on the album version are on this. So if you want a digital copy, you can get this. There's a few that are not, like Freddie's Walkin' from the album is not on this. Friends in Love, which was on a whole side of the album, 25 minutes long, is only 405 here on the CD. So they did some cutting to get it into, and it's only, the playing time is less than an hour, 59:29 on this. So they made some definite cuts to that to get it on here. I don't know if the entire album would have fit onto an 80-minute album, onto an 8-minute CD. Might have been just a little bit over. So there you have it. Chuck Mangione, the best of Chuck Mangione, essential if you were in high school band, marching band, and jazz ensemble, and all of that stuff. This was almost like required listening, because you played it all the time. Don't lie to me, because I know you did, because I did too. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Gary's Record Collection.